This is the afternoon weather briefing. This is for Tuesday, the 6th of August. This is James Spann. Alabama's weather nice and quiet for a while. Got a big air mass change this weekend. That's the big story. A cool air mass for August coming in here. And of course, Debbie spinning away off to the east. In fact, let's go right to the Charleston radar. Obviously, a lot of folks watching this with great interest. The good news, the rain rates have really decreased around Savannah, Hilton Head, Charleston, up to Myrtle Beach. The more widespread rain for now is shifted inland, but understand this thing is just not going to move much for the next several days on through midweek, so waves of rain will likely continue for that region. But again, for the moment, for the South Carolina coast, things have calmed down a bit after some soaking rains last night and this morning. Here's the upper air look across the country today, and again, we have the heat ridge centered off to the west, and we have Debbie off to the east, the mid-latitude westerlies up to the north. There's the visible satellite view, and of course, Debbie is dominating the view across the southeastern states. And we do note a few scattered cumulus clouds across Alabama today. And, for a minute I saw one tiny shower that popped up a little west of Birmingham, but looking at the local radar here, looks like that's gone. And again, for most everybody in Alabama, you're going to be dry right on through the weekend. Here's the radar composite. And if you look really carefully on that composite, you see a little green dot just west of BHM. That's that one little shower that I saw. But obviously, the bigger rains are off to the east with Debbie. And again, you can see rain falling through parts of southeastern Georgia, much of South Carolina, parts of North Carolina. But again, the rain rates have decreased over the past several hours. Around here, we've got mostly low and mid-90s for the northern half of the state. Birmingham and Huntsville, 93. Upper 90s for Montgomery and Mobile. And look at Little Rock, Arkansas coming in at 100. Yeah, buddy. And again, these are air temperatures. I'm not a big fan of the heat index real feel type products, but again, these are actual air temperatures. And tomorrow should be the hottest day of the week, and then the numbers begin to come down in a big way by the time the weekend gets here. Here's the watch warning map around the nation. We have flash flood watches with Debbie from southeastern Georgia through southern Virginia. We note a severe thunderstorm watch for parts of Ohio, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, up into the New York City metro, and some scattered heat issues out west. We have an enhanced risk of severe storms over parts of Pennsylvania today. That would include State College. The broader risk running from near Indianapolis over to Cape Cod. Got a chance of a few isolated tornadoes on the coast of the Carolinas with Debbie. And then a couple of risks well to the west. Tomorrow, again, a marginal risk over parts of the Carolina coast with Debbie, a marginal risk over parts of the High Plains states. And on day 3, which is Thursday, again, a marginal risk over parts of the eastern North Carolina up toward the Tidewater and the mouth of Chesapeake Bay, and that's with Debbie. So rain for the next 7 days, obviously just not a lot here. This is valid through Tuesday morning of next week, and I think most of our state, Alabama, no rain, which is remarkable for August. Typically, every day this time of the year, we have the random scattered afternoon showers and storms, but not in this case. We're on the backside, that dry side of Debbie with subsidence, with sinking air. And, of course, the big rains, again, off to the north and east of here with Debbie up and down the eastern seaboard. So let's take a big look at the tropics here. And again, you can see that things are just quiet, very calm out there in the MDR, the main development region. Have a little tropical wave in the Caribbean with hardly any convection. This thing is kind of hugging the coast of South America, so it's a very low latitude wave. And again, the Hurricane Center giving this thing a 30% chance of developing over the next 7 days. And if anything develops, this will be kind of hugging the coast of Central America, crossing the Yucatan, Bay of Campeche, probably goes back into Mexico. And again, that's a big if. There's a lot of dry air and some reasons to think this won't develop, but as always, something to watch. Concerning Debbie, the maximum sustained winds have decreased now to 40 miles per hour. And the circulation center is really close to Savannah, 10 miles southeast of Savannah, and the latest advisory here. And you can see that the center kind of drifts out into the Atlantic, then drifts back into South Carolina. And by Friday morning, the remnant circulation is over central North Carolina. And then it finally gets a kick to the northeast. By Saturday morning, it's up into New Jersey, and then by Sunday morning, it's over Maine. But again, obviously, because of that slow motion there in the next 3 days, that creates the flooding threat again for parts of the Carolinas, especially the eastern part over toward the coast. And again, the red you see on that map, that's suggesting rain amounts could exceed 1 foot in spots, additional rain amounts on top of what's already come down there. And then some good rains all the way up to Boston and the coast of Maine as this thing begins to kick up to the northeast by the time the weekend gets here. All right, model fans, let's go. This is the GFS, the 12Z run, valid tomorrow at 4. Again, the heat ridge off to the west. We've got Debbie off to the east, and it's going to be hot and dry. We think tomorrow should be the hottest day of the week. And again, most spots will be in the mid to upper 90s tomorrow. And there might be some spot, Tuscaloosa toward the Shoals, that might make a run at 100. And again, I don't know if you can feel the difference between 97 and 100. It's a psychological thing when you hit that number. Whatever. Hot and dry. So this is Thursday. And again, the GFS wants to bring Debbie into Georgia. We think that's erroneous. We think Debbie will be coming back into the Carolinas instead of Georgia. One way or the other, it's not going to rain here Thursday. The day should be dry with highs in the middle 90s. Friday, the GFS finally begins to kick Debbie up to the northeast. And our numbers begin to come down low 90s. And I'm telling you what, the weekend is really going to be nice. This is Saturday, and we're going to have an air mass change here with a pretty good north flow. I want to show the precipitable water graphic here. This is on Saturday. And again, you get the idea that we're going to have a pretty comfortable day here. You see the shades of green and blue. That's very dry air coming in here. So that means a couple of things. The humidity comes way down. Heat levels come way down. I'd say for the northern half of the state, temperatures should be under 90 on Saturday, and that's with the sun out in full force. And by Sunday morning, we should be in the 60s just about everywhere. And again, there might be a spot in the upper 50s for the cooler pockets. So a really, really refreshing weekend coming up. And this is Sunday. We'll be in the same air mass. Sunny, low humidity, highs under 90 for the northern half of the state. And again, we start the day Sunday morning in the 60s. Little hint of fall in the air. Same thing on Monday, and this is a week from today, Tuesday the 13th of August. We have a northwest flow, and moisture at the low levels tries to creep back in here, and I guess we might mention isolated showers, but again, I think most places dry. Let's keep going. We'll go out 10 days. This is Friday, August 16th, Friday of next week. Ridge centered off to the west, and again, there should be sufficient moisture for a few widely scattered showers and storms over the latter half of next week, but probably nothing too widespread. In fact, here's a look at rain for Birmingham. This is coming off the European ensemble, and boy, things bone dry for the next week. And notice the green line, that's the mean of the ensemble members, begins to come up toward the end of the forecast period. This is through August 21st, but still the mean is under 1 inch, just not that much. And a look at numbers, temperatures for Birmingham off the national blend of models. Of course, your number could vary. 97 tomorrow. That'll be the hottest day. But look at those upper 80s for the weekend. Yeah, we'll take that. And lows in the 60s, both Sunday and Monday morning. I mean, you're not going to need to break out the jackets and sweaters here, but come on, that's not bad. And then mostly low and mid-90s for next week. And hot off the presses. This is the brand new 8 to 14-day guidance. This is for August 14th through August 20th. And if this works out, temperatures here could be a little above average. So one more time, we're live here at 2:35. We'll go back to the Charleston radar. And again, the good news, the rain rates have really, really fallen off here. They've decreased with hardly any rain now for the moment for Savannah, Hilton Head, Charleston, back up toward Myrtle Beach. But again, with this thing not moving much, they'll see more rain at times right on through midweek as Debbie continues to hang on there as a tropical storm. And don't forget, Saturday we have a book signing. We're going to be in Utah, Greene County. We'll do a little spotter training, a little severe weather safety program at 9 o'clock. It will not last long. This is not the full spotter training, but you'll get enough if you've never been through one of these before to where you'll never look at a storm the same again. So Saturday morning at 9, and then we'll do a book signing. We'll have the Benny and Chipper series for kids. We'll have All You Can Do Is Pray. That's the book about April 27, 2011. We'll have Weathering Life, which is my story, and all of that there. We take a lot of pictures. We have a lot of fun. And obviously, if you live in Greene County or anywhere near there, you know that you've had a lot of weather issues over the years. But this is going to be at the Young Community Center on Greensboro Street. So again, Saturday, book signing. Again, we'll do the spotter training, weather safety talk at 9, the book signing from 9:30 until 11:30. So if you're in West Alabama, Greene County, Sumter County, Pickens, Marengo, anybody there, come see us. We'd love to see you there. Don't forget to watch us this evening on TV, ABC 3340 News, right here in this studio at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.